Alright, it's Ryan again with New Moon Telescopes, and this is our new hybrid model telescope. The body, the rocker box, the mirror box, everything is solid wood. It's not made out of plywood, so you're going to get an enhanced look with it, and the quality will be quite a bit higher being solid wood rather than plywood. So what I want to show is how we set it up. The top of the telescope is a single ring UTA, and it's solid aluminum powder coated black. So it's going to set up the same way that our other scope's set up. So if you have never seen it, please watch the rest of this video and we'll show you how you would set it up in the field. So we have our one-piece collapsible truss system. All the truss members are interconnected. We'll open it up. So there's the truss that's going to go on top of the mirror box. There's no hardware that comes off whenever you're setting up or taking your telescope down. So you just set it on the corners here. And then tighten the 4 knobs. And that's how the truss is set up on the mirror box. So the step after this is going to be taking the UTA and setting it on top of the truss. So after I've done this, I like to try to make sure these are relatively level and they look good. So then we identify where our focuser is, where we're going to want it to be. And I always slide the one furthest away from me first. And it's just sitting there. So it's kind of held by friction right now, but now we'll take and tighten those 4 hand screws. And that's how fast and simple the telescope sets up in the field. So our next step obviously would be collimation, and that doesn't take but a second with a laser collimator. But there you can see our single ring hybrid telescope. It's extremely rigid. There's very little vibration in the eyepiece. I think we owe that to the frame and the timber style construction down here. We're using a drawboard type mortise and tenon joint. So where the side of the rocker is joined to the upper member, we have 2 holes here that are slightly offset, and we take a walnut down, hammer it in there, and that cinches this tight, so it gives us a mechanical joint rather than just a glue butt joint or anything else. And of course the mirror box still has the finger joints that we're known for. And you can also see on this telescope we have our fan system contained down here. We have a switch for the boundary layer fans and a switch for the lower fan just to cool the mirror. And here are the cords. They hook right up to the battery that stays inside the rocker box. And point out some nice walnut trim we put on top of the mirror box. And we also put a walnut trim on the bottom of the rocker box just to give it a real pleasant look. The only piece of plywood is actually the bottom of the rocker box and the top of the mirror box. So we cover the ply with the walnut trim. The rest is solid wood. Also point out the solid leather handles we have here on the side. These are tanned black to kind of go with the overall look of the scope, and then all of the hardware is going to be stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about rust or any type of corrosion or anything like that. And anything that isn't stainless steel is powder coated black, and of course our custom crescent bearings that we're becoming known for, they're also powder coated black, so you don't have to worry about formica coming off in the future. Just relies on the powder coat itself for the movements. In some of the pictures you might notice that this telescope, it's a 16-inch f4, we have made it to where it will balance with no eyepiece as pictured, as you can see here, or we can put a TeleVue Bino viewer with a couple of naglers in it and it still balances, and there's no counterweights necessary. So thanks for watching.